Hi, Vanessa.
Hey.
I would love to know, how much do you pay for your dogs to live in this Indiana home?
We pay $1,200 a month. Do you want to check it out?
I would love to.
Let's go. Come on, Clark.
I'm Isabel Klee, and I'm here to show you that pet parents can have it all. Beautiful homes, happy pets, and zero compromise on style. Oh my God, I have to say hi. So who is this?
This is Dean.
Hi, Dean. And this is?
This is Clark.
Hi, Clark. Are you so happy to see me? And before we do the tour, I would love to know, what is the design inspiration behind all of this?
So I was born and raised on the West Coast, and I like to keep things a little bit breezy. I love having a ton of plants, and I love having a moment in every room that is a little bit out of place, that feels like it doesn't necessarily belong.
This room is absolutely gorgeous. Can you talk to me about the design of this room in particular?
This is our living room. I actually built this fireplace a few years ago.
I'm sorry, you said that you built this?
Yes, this was one of my first big DIY projects. We didn't want to build an actual fireplace, but to keep that vibe in here during the wintertime, and this allows us to do that.
How do the dogs like the fireplace? Do they get to?
Love it. Sometimes we'll have their beds out here, or in the wintertime, sometimes we'll pull out the sleeper sofa and then just kind of camp out.
And I noticed that he's on the couch right now. Did you choose this couch specifically to be dog friendly?
Yeah, so I want something that I can wash, and these covers actually come off, and I can throw them in the washing machine and get them all cleaned up, and I can vacuum them. So sometimes the fabric might be a little bit tricky, but I think if you spend a little bit extra, you'll get something that you can maintain.
How much do those materials really cost you?
All of these pieces were probably like between $1,000 and $2,000. I'd rather pay a little bit more up front and then have to maintain it than have to replace it all the time.
Yeah, that makes total sense. I know you mentioned these photos over here. I want to get a better look at them.
Yes.
You're from California.
Yes, we both are.
Oh, okay. Where are the dogs from?
Dean was born and raised in LA. He was actually found on the side of the road by my dad.
Oh my God.
And then Clark, we adopted from the Kentucky Humane Society, and we're able to kind of get them to build that brotherly bond.
Do you feel like they have different demeanors because you have a city boy and a country boy?
100%. Clark will come up. He loves to have guests.
When you decided to adopt Clark, was there anything that you did in your home to accommodate a more rambunctious, energetic puppy?
We just had to accept that he is a very hyperactive dog.
Yes.
You will notice I don't have a lot of glass down below, so we have the plants up high because he will get excited. He has a fluffy little tail.
He's kind of like a bowling ball.
Yes. So we want to keep all that stuff away, just keep his toys down low.
I noticed this amazing wall over here, and I want to ask you about it because I imagine you painted this yourself.
I did, yes. This was a recent DIY project, and it's kind of fun what paint, tape, and a tiny paintbrush can do.
The rest of this room is so neutral and calming. And then this, I mean, this is not crazy, but it's definitely a statement.
I did want something that felt a little bit out of place and a little bit of character. I always feel like it's like a little bit of jewelry sort of room.
Yeah.
And so that's what this was intended to be.
I am very inspired by this. I live in an apartment that I'm renting, so I feel like these are very like renter friendly. And then this is kind of like right as you walk in. And I noticed that you put his leash away.
Yes. So I try to keep any functional stuff obviously accessible, but I don't necessarily want it out and visible to everyone.
Right.
So I keep Dean's clothes in here.
Oh my God. Okay, I actually need to see more of these clothes because I am obsessed with dog clothes.
So these are their matching PJs for the wintertime.
So when they're by the fireplace.
Yes, we will put these on them.
Oh my
And Dean
God.
he absolutely loves wearing clothes. So every once in a while he'll like try to pick something out.
Clark seems a little excited about it too. Are these your PJs?
When it's snowing, we have a little jacket and a hoodie for Dean.
There's a hat. Does Dean keep this on?
He doesn't love those, but he does love a t-shirt. He will wear a Hawaiian shirt all the time.
Look at him going in. I also love that even your storage bins are cute.
Yes, always. I always think you don't have to skip details.
Right.
It's just you have to wait and be patient to find the thing that fits your house.
So how do you make sure that Clark and Dean are safe and comfortable when they're home alone?
Good question. So as I've added to the home, I put cameras in every room so that as we're home, I can keep my eye on them no matter where they are.
Oh my God, those are so cool. Is this just over Wi-Fi?
Yes, it's super convenient because I've got T-Mobile 5G home internet. Their fast speeds mean the video stream is high quality, so it doesn't cut out. Plus, it only takes 15 minutes to set up.
That's amazing. I see that Clark has wandered off. Can we see where Clark and Dean are now?
Yes, of course. Okay.
I love spying on my dogs.
I know.
Oh, I noticed this light just went off.
Yes, so we have these lights, they're motion censored. We have them because as Dean gets older, we need him to be able to see at night. Once he walks down the hall, they'll turn on and he can see where she's going.
That is so thoughtful.
And we also have these rugs down. They're great for acoustics because when we get home, he can't hear us as well. And this helps kind of keep the noise in a specific area. And it also helps him remember what part of the house he's in. Those are just some of the features we've added as they get older.
Of course.
This is our bedroom. This is what I call the California room, just because I want it to feel kind of like you're laying out in the park and looking at the sky.
Oh yeah, it's very beachy.
But we kept the boys in mind as well. A low bed is always great for dogs who are aging.
Absolutely.
And, so we keep our beds nice and low, but we also keep some of their beds on this side.
This is the cutest dog bed I've ever seen in my life.
I actually hand sewed that on. So this is sarape, which is a Mexican textile.
Wow.
And it's just a little way of adding some character to a dog bed, which is not always super fun.
You should sell these.
I should.
They're really cute. Yeah.
And then Clark will usually climb up here or again on the floor because he's not as fancy as Dean is. I built this sliding door.
Oh my God. Can we talk about this wallpaper? This is incredible.
I love to have, I'm telling you, a little out of place moment. And all these things remind me of home. They're, again, textiles or colors that remind me of the West Coast, very LA.
Totally LA.
Yeah.
I would love to see where you guys eat.
Yes, let's go check it out. It's one of my favorite parts of the house.
Okay, so upon entering, I am seeing possibly my favorite thing in your entire house. Yes. Can you please talk about these stations?
This is their little Hall of Fame almost.
Do they know which section is theirs?
Yes. So I think because that food is raised, Clark finds that a little bit easier to eat. But Dean will usually just gravitate to whoever gets food first. And since he's the oldest, he gets his food first.
Is this a puppy picture?
This is the very first picture of Dean. That would have been probably a week after my dad found him.
Oh my God, that is so cute. And then I have to say, this is my favorite one.
This just looks like he's a little bit dangerous. Him and a treat.
Yeah, it almost looks like a cigar.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
How old was he in this?
He would have been maybe a month and a half old.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
Little.
And then we have a very serious portrait over here.
Yeah.
Here's a more smiley. This is the boy we know.
Yes.
It's like the perfect space to have a little gallery wall here and there.
So I actually built this kitchen. The original house had a completely different layout and I wanted more room to move around. So I wanted to have these little nooks, just like even a couple inches in so that I could have their food out of the way.
So you said that you built this kitchen.
Yes.
How long did it take you to redo this kitchen?
3 months from the start of designing it to actually having it done. But by doing it myself, I was able to make these very specific changes that were for us.
I am obsessed with this backsplash. This is my favorite color.
Yes. So that's a very easy project to do. These are actually peel and stick tiles.
That's amazing.
Yes. And they look awesome and they're really easy. Kitchen projects are really, really expensive. So that's why I did the DIY tile. These counters are also a DIY friendly install. So when I was designing the kitchen, I wanted to keep all of their stuff in one area. And so I kept all of their food here. This is where I keep any of the accessories that I need. And then any of their, where their snuffle mats were.
Slow feeder bowls.
Yep. Wanted them to be able to enjoy this space. So all of these things were meant to incorporate them as well.
So you mentioned that this is your favorite room in the house.
Yes.
What is Dean and Clark's favorite room in the house?
Do you want to see where they hang out?
I would love to.
Okay, let me show you. This is their little hangout spot.
This is so beautiful. And this is just a room for them?
Yes. So it was here, but it didn't have any insulation. So we've been building it up over time, insulating it. And I added these outdoor rugs just because I didn't want to add expensive flooring in a place where they're going to be playing. And my favorite is the plants.
The plants really make it feel like an indoor-outdoor space.
Yeah, but I did want it to feel kind of like a green room, right?
Yeah.
Like there doesn't have to be a specific uniform style. I get to try a little bit of everything, grow some plants here and there, and it's just a fun, creative space. I still wanted it to feel like part of the house, not like a shed that's in the backyard.
And I see that you have this bucket of toys.
Yes.
Does he have a favorite toy? Or does it switch day to day?
I think it might actually be this one. And it's because I think it just kind of rolls around with him and runs around with him.
This is your favorite? You see all the dog hair. This is a well-loved toy. This is my dog's absolute, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
This is my dog's absolute favorite thing in the world. And I feel like not a lot of people know about them.
They're awesome. The snuffle mats help us slow them down when they're eating. And they're supposed to kind of burn off a little bit of energy by eating off of
Yeah,
them.
they're great enrichment.
We had to get them their own because Dean does not love to share.
Yeah, I feel like I give my dog same exact thing, like, but it also like exhausts him.
Yes.
Mentally.
Yeah.
Like as soon as he's done with it, like, even, I mean, you can see Clark is like,
for
he
a
just
high
finished.
energy dog.
Yeah,
It's perfect.
Once he's finished, he kind of relaxes. And I think they're like, what, $15 like,
they're
or less?
inexpensive. You can find them
Anywhere. We have Dean the King waiting on his throne. Look at this guy. This is like paradise out here. It is so beautiful. Was this porch here when you moved in?
No, this was all kind of just muddy. And we had the deck built. And then I built this pergola and this privacy wall to give us a nice little cozy place to hang out.
You built this yourself?
Yes. With my husband. He definitely helped.
What is this?
This roller shade I installed so that we can pull it down, and if we're having coffee or if we're sitting out here and the dogs also want to be out here, so this will actually pull down.
That is so smart.
Yep. And then it just gets a little bit cooler.
I actually
You can
feel
feel it.
the temperature difference between this being down and this being up. Oh, this is so
hot.
comfortable. I'm
Yes.
just gonna take a nap here really
Yes,
quick.
I will just lay out or read a book and then you'll take a snooze and it's the best.
Can you talk about the yard? I mean, it's huge.
It's easy for them to get on and off the deck. We built it low so that as Dean ages, and even Clark, they don't have to go up and down too many steps.
I'm speaking as a New Yorker here. Having a fenced-in backyard is every dog owner's dream. You come to show off your backyard. We love it. Thank you. So this is basically what a typical morning or evening looks like for you.
Yes, exactly. Dean and Clark both snuggled up.
What does it mean for you to have it all? Not only having a home that is functional for your pets, but also stylish as well.
I feel like people have this misconception that if it's for your pets, it has to be messy or full of hair or that good stuff, but I think you can incorporate your own style. This is my home too. That's why I've designed everything this way. And I love it because I actually love to be at home with them. So I think we've achieved that.
Vanessa, thank you so much for showing me your beautiful home.
Of course.
I am so inspired by the way that you designed it with your dogs in mind. And I just feel like it so reflects who you are as a person, where you came from, your style, and also just how much you love your dogs. I'm also absolutely going to be stealing the idea of the gallery wall over the food and water bowls.
Everyone should. I guarantee you don't have enough pictures of your dogs up for them to enjoy.
I honestly think you might need more photos of Clark and Dean.
Yes.
So it's so the dogs don't, oh, sorry, I got distracted by a bunny in the backyard.
Oh, yeah. We forgot
Do you
plenty
see
of
that?
those.
Oh my God.